Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Divine Messenger Oracle. This is deck and book set by Alison DeNicola, and the art is by David Scherer. So I've had this deck for actually several years, but I'm kind of going through all my decks and seeing what have I done a review of and what haven't I. So I decided, since I've had it for a long time and I've been able to use it and really get to know it, I figure now is a great time to do a review of it. So first of all, here is the box, and it is a nice sturdy box, and it has kept my cards safe all this time. Some messages of healing, inspiration, and wisdom. And you can find this on US Games, but you could also find this on the Amazons, which is, I believe, where I got it a few years ago. Okay, so let's go ahead and open her up. And we'll take a look at the guidebook first, as we do. I think it's always good to take a little gander at the guidebook, even if you're not one that actually, uses the guidebook when you do your readings. I just like to see where the artist and where the creator were coming from. So go ahead and open it up. And it gives you a little information on why they decided to use feathers for this oracle deck and what feathers mean to the creator. And then ways that you could use this deck. Of course, how you use it is always up to you once you have it in your hot little hands. And it gives some extra information, adding in the color and the season of like when that particular bird, maybe migrates or lays their eggs, things like that, and the color of the feathers themselves. And then we go into the table of contents and right into the messages. So the very first one is White Swan. I almost said Black Swan. I'm like thinking of the the movie. But here we have White Swan. And it gives a little information just on the animal and its connection, but also the message from that particular bird, that animal. Talks about its energy, the season it can be found in, its element, color, and an affirmation. And it does so for each and every feather in this deck. So like I said, it's fun to take a gander. I think it's unique, it's interesting, even if you're not going to like quote unquote read from the guidebook. Here's a little bit about your author, Alison DeNicola. And a little bit about your artist, David Scherer. And there you go. All right, so let's take a look at this deck here. So first of all, it's somewhat shiny-ish, but not super shiny. It's just basically a coating in order to protect your cards. I would say that this is just due to its skinny size. I don't know, maybe a 300 or above GSM, so it's actually pretty thick cardstock, and it's held up to all my riffle shuffling, side shuffling. I'm not a riffle shuffler, but it would hold up to riffle shuffling is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, very nice. And if we get in close, you could see that the feathers, they're not photographs, they've been painted. So again, this is the artwork of David Scherer. And then on the back, you'll find, what bird that feather is connected to, a painting of the bird, and a little message down at the bottom. But sometimes I just go off of the energy of the bird, and I may not always look at what's written down below. But let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. Okay, so I forgot to mention that this is technically as tall as a tarot deck, but it's not like a standard size tarot deck, but it's much skinnier, so as you can see here, but I believe the height is exactly the same. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and look here. You see that this one was Blackbird. And I love collecting feathers. I love working with bird energy. I love trying to identify feathers, so this deck was right up my alley when I remember first laying eyes on it. I use feathers quite a bit in my practice. And in our shop, Desert Cauldron, on Etsy, we use a lot of feathers in the things that we create from our local wildlife here. So we have grackle feathers, we have doves, pigeon, vulture feathers, our hawks. We have a lot of birds out here. We have tons of finches. Zoom this out just a little bit. There we go. And you can pause the video at any time in case you want to take a longer gander at any one of these birds. Hawk. I have hummingbirds come in quite a bit when I have spirit communicating with me. And when my guides are communicating, they bring in heron. I actually have a couple of heron feathers, great white heron feathers, from where I used to live in Spring Valley. We were right next to the Sweetwater Reservoir, and it was protected land. So you can see all these great white herons. So beautiful. I just love the softness of the watercolors and the artist's ability to capture the essence of that particular animal. And the messages are great too, but I can connect so well to the images that, you know, you just kind of like feel the messages coming in. Owl. You know, I don't think I have any owl feathers, but owl does come in and say hello every once in a while. We usually had like barn owls where I was in Spring Valley. I'm not quite sure about the owls in this area because I haven't seen them yet. I've just heard them kind of doing their hooting late at night. Ooh, ducks. We have a lot of ducks in this area. Finches. My friend the dove. And lastly, white turkey. All right, so I always like to do a little reading at the end of my deck reviews. So hopefully you enjoy just kind of like looking through and seeing all these wonderful images, but hey, maybe you'll get a message as well. So hopefully this connects to you. So I'm just asking for a message that would connect to several people who are watching this, something that they need to know at this time. Okay. Yay, it's my friend the dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Okay, so I actually want to take a look at the guidebook because, like I said, I think that it's well done, you know, and I want you guys to kind of see that too. So anyway, let's find dove in here. What page is our friend the dove on? Okay, our friend Dove is on page 31. We've gone too far. All right, Dove. Let's actually skip over to the message here. Dove delivers the message of peace, love, and blessings. Now is the perfect time to open up to a deeper sense of tranquility and balance. Have you felt in harmony with the world and with your life? Are you holding on to anything that is keeping you from feeling at peace? A dove floats down to share the message that serenity lies within. Stop and take a breath. Connect to the energy and be open to receive. Once you come back to this place of inner peace, you will feel a greater connection between your inner world and all that surrounds you. This is a blessing indeed. All right, energies are peace, happiness, and serenity this season all year round, and the elements are earth, water, and air. Color, white, ivory, and gray. Affirmation, peace is within and all around me. I accept and share this with others. That is beautiful. So hopefully this connected to some of you guys out there. So a little dove action, little dove energy coming in to say hello. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, this was for the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle by Alison DeNicola and her artist, David Scherer. So anyway, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you have this deck, please let me know how you've been working with it. For me, I find that this pairs very well with tarot cards and actual, other oracle cards. So sometimes I just pull a card of the day, but I do like to mix it in with other decks as well, and I think it works just fine. Anyway, so if you would like to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different readings over there. If you want me to use this deck, just let me know upon booking. But I have mediumship readings, I have scrying sessions, I have conchomancy, and actually some people have been asking when they purchase my conchomancy reading if I could read with bones. I do, and I'd love to. So yeah, just let me know again upon booking. Check out all the other offerings there, my Room of Body Sprays, the salves that I create, my Wally's World Oracle that I created a couple years ago. And if you're looking for more witchy items, maybe you want to check out Desert Cauldron. It's all one word over on Etsy. And you can check us out on Instagram at desert.cauldron. We have many one-of-a-kind items, either created by local artisans or by myself and James over at Light of Riga. He's everything crystals, but he's also very crafty and very talented. So we create a lot of one-of-a-kind items for your one-of-a-kind witchy practice. This item here is actually created by the Apaches up north here in Arizona. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff created on the reservations. So this is actually desert jasper. We have some badger fur here, wild turkey feather, replete with horsetail. So many combined energies to help you move through blockages and things like that. So if you're having trouble, with the cord cutting and you want to get to a deeper level, you come in with tomahawk first, and then you can get into some of that cord cutting, and that creates some deep healing. So we have many items just like that. We have moon water, we have wands that we've created. So definitely come check us out over at Desert Cauldron. Come dance in the desert with us. And all my other information is down below for my Leon Mystery School, where I teach Mayan astrology. I also have my newsletter. I also have my Patreon and lots of other good things. So definitely check it out. And I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.